Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on our channel Immortal News. Today we'll be presenting a list of famous celebrities who have passed away, with announcements of their passing made in the last 24 hours. As always, we have special tributes in our Today's Top Headlines section. Before we proceed, we kindly ask for your support by giving this video a thumbs up. Let's begin. Thank you. Number 6. Sara Tavares, a melodic bridge between cultures. Sara Tavares, a gifted Portuguese singer, composer, guitarist, and percussionist, passed away on November 19th at the age of 45 in Lisbon, Portugal, after a long battle with a brain tumor. Born and raised in Lisbon as a second-generation Portuguese of Cape Verdean descent, Tavares was a vibrant force in world music, blending African, Portuguese, and North American influences. Tavares's journey into music began in her childhood, shaped by the struggles of her early life, including being left in the care of an elderly woman after family upheavals. Despite these challenges, her musical talent shone brightly from a young age. In 1994, at just 16, she won the national television song contest Chuva de Estrelas with a stunning rendition of Whitney Houston's One Moment in Time. That same year, she triumphed at the Festival da Canção, leading to her participation in the Eurovision Song Contest with the song Chamar a Música. Her debut album, Mi Mabo, produced by Loku Akanza, was released in 1999 and showcased her unique blend of gospel, funk, and traditional Portuguese music. In 2017, Tavares released Fitsadu, an album that embraced Lisbon's diverse African sounds and cultures with a more electronic and urban vibe. This work earned her a Latin Grammy nomination for Best Portuguese Language Roots Album. Tavares's artistry was remarkable for its linguistic diversity, composing in Portuguese, Portuguese-based Creole languages, and even mixing Portuguese with English. Beyond her musical talent, she was also recognized for her contribution to Disney's The Hunchback of Notre Dame, winning a Disney Award for her rendition of God Help the Outcasts. Tavares's influence extended beyond her music. She was a cultural icon who bridged the gap between Portugal and Cape Verde, bringing African influences into mainstream Portuguese music. Her loss is felt deeply in the world of music and beyond, leaving behind a legacy of cultural integration and melodious storytelling. Tribute to Sara Tavares. Number 5. Carlton Pearson, a life of faith, controversy, and inclusivity. Carlton Pearson, a renowned American minister and gospel music artist, passed away on November 19th at the age of 70, following a battle with cancer. Born in San Diego, California in 1953, Pearson's journey in faith and music began early and led him to become the pastor of one of Tulsa, Oklahoma's largest churches, the Higher Dimensions Evangelistic Center. Pearson's early career was marked by his dynamic preaching and vibrant gospel music. He was a protege of Oral Roberts and became a leading figure in the Pentecostal movement. As a gospel artist, Pearson won 2 Stellar Awards and was nominated for a Dove Award, showcasing his musical talent and spiritual message. However, Pearson's ministry took a controversial turn when he advocated for universal reconciliation, a belief that deviated significantly from traditional evangelical teachings. In 2004, this led to him being declared a heretic by his peers in the Joint College of African American Pentecostal Bishops. This shift in doctrine, known as the Gospel of Inclusion, cost him much of his traditional following, but it opened doors to new communities and churches. Despite the setbacks, Pearson continued his ministry, serving as the senior minister of Christ Universal Temple in Chicago, and later returning to Tulsa to preach at the All Souls Unitarian Church. Pearson's life and beliefs were the subject of widespread media attention, including the Heretics episode of This American Life, and the feature film Come Sunday, which premiered at the Sundance Film Festival and was released on Netflix. Carlton Pearson's legacy is a complex tapestry of evangelical zeal, groundbreaking inclusivity, and resilience in the face of doctrinal controversy. His journey from a celebrated Pentecostal minister to a proponent of universal reconciliation marks him as a significant, if polarizing, figure in modern American religious history. Tribute to Carlton Pearson. Number 4. Jeniene Mapp-Testa, cherished icon of children's television. Jeniene Mapp-Testa, a beloved figure in children's television best known for her role as a host on Saturday Disney, passed away on November 20th from prolonged battle with health issues related to ongoing dialysis treatment. As Jeniene Mapp, she became a household name, delighting young audiences from 1990 to 1996 with her captivating presence on the popular show alongside James Sherry and Sophie Formica. Her dedication to bringing joy and entertainment to children extended well beyond her tenure on Saturday Disney. Mapp-Testa's career with Disney Australia spanned an impressive 14 years, during which she played a pivotal role in launching the Disney Channel in Australia. She continued to engage and inspire young viewers as a host on Studio D and Playhouse Disney from 1997 to 2003. Her impact on the industry and those who worked with her was profound. Shelley Craft, who succeeded Mapp-Testa on Saturday Disney in what was her first television role, expressed heartfelt tribute, highlighting Mapp-Testa's kind support and guidance in the world of Australian showbiz. Craft fondly remembered their shared bond as members of the Disney family, a sentiment that echoes the feelings of many who were fortunate to cross paths with Mapp-Testa over the years. Jeniene Mapp-Testa's legacy in children's television is marked by her warmth, charisma, and the countless smiles she brought to young faces. Her contributions to the world of entertainment will be fondly remembered and deeply missed. Tribute to Jeniene Mapp-Testa. Number 3. Hannes Strydom, a rugby icon remembered. Hannes Strydom, a celebrated former South Africa rugby star and a member of the historic 1995 Rugby World Cup-winning team, tragically passed away in a car accident at the age of 58. The accident occurred near Emalani in Mpumalanga province when the vehicle Strydom was in collided with a minibus taxi. Strydom, who earned 21 caps for the Springboks between 1993 and 1997, was a pivotal figure in South African rugby, particularly during a period marked by the nation's transition post-apartheid. His contribution to the game was immense, as highlighted by the South African Rugby Union president Mark Alexander, who referred to him as one of the heroes of our local game. His former club, the Lions, where he served as a captain and led the team to lift the Currie Cup trophy in 1999, also paid tribute to their legend. Strydom's partnership with teammate Cobus Wies was notable, forming a formidable lock combination that left an indelible mark in rugby history. Strydom's legacy extends beyond the rugby field. After retiring, he pursued a career as a pharmacist in Pretoria and founded the Pharma Value pharmacy chain. His life, however, was not without challenges. In 2014, Strydom survived a brutal carjacking that left him with severe injuries, demonstrating his resilience and fighting spirit. The loss of Strydom is a significant blow to the rugby community, especially to the members of the 1995 Springbok team, which has previously mourned the loss of Ruben Kruger, Joost van der Westhuizen, Chester Williams, James Small, and coach Kitch Christie. Hannes Strydom's death is mourned not only in South Africa but also by the global rugby fraternity, who remember him as a player of exceptional talent and a man of great character. Tribute to Hannes Strydom. Number 2. Larry McKenna, a soulful tenor of Philadelphia jazz. Larry McKenna, the venerable Philadelphia jazz saxophonist, passed away at Keystone Care Hospice in Wynmore on November 19th at the age of 86. McKenna, renowned for his velvet-smooth tenor saxophone sound, was a fixture of the Philadelphia jazz scene for over 6 decades, contributing both as a performer and an educator. Born on July 21, 1937, McKenna's musical journey was intrinsically tied to Philadelphia. He spent his entire life in the city, living in 2 houses just blocks apart in the Olney neighborhood. His career was a testament to his deep connection with the city, where he performed and recorded with icons like Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Woody Herman, Shirley Scott, and Clark Terry, and nurtured generations of local musicians. McKenna's approach to jazz was a bridge between eras, from swing and bebop to modern styles. Influenced by greats like Stan Getz and Lester Young, he crafted a style that was both reflective of his heroes and uniquely his own. His playing was characterized by eloquent, feather-light expression and a profound melodic sensibility. Despite his local legend status, McKenna remained relatively under the radar nationally for much of his career. His debut album as a leader, My Shining Hour, wasn't released until 1997, when he was 60. His late career recordings, including the acclaimed World on a String in 2023, showcased his talent as a composer and arranger. McKenna's legacy extends beyond his recordings. He was a beloved figure in Philadelphia's jazz community, known for his gentle demeanor and profound influence on younger musicians. His loss is felt deeply in the jazz world, leaving a void that will be hard to fill. Tribute to Larry McKenna. Today's top headlines. News 1. Tragic loss of young Shinty star Callum McIntosh at 19. The Highland Shinty community is in mourning following the sudden death of Callum McIntosh, a 19-year-old player for Kingussie Camanachd Club. McIntosh, a second-year law student at Edinburgh Napier University and former pupil of Grandtown Grammar School, passed away from suspected heart failure. He was part of the victorious Kingussie team that clinched the Camanachd Cup in September and was slated to receive the club's Young Player of the Year award. The club described Callum as living life at full throttle and always with a big, beautiful smile. His parents, local secondary school teachers Anne and Ian, along with his brothers, are in profound grief. Tributes, including flowers and shinty sticks, have been left at the Dell, the club's ground. The club expressed its devastation and vowed to carry McIntosh's memory in all future endeavors. The sudden loss has left the community struggling for answers and highlights the fragility of life. News 2. The tragic death of 23-year-old Ana Clara Benavides Machado at a Taylor Swift concert in Rio de Janeiro has left her family seeking answers. Benavides Machado passed away before Swift's Eras Tour show last Friday, her father, Jeniene Machado, confirmed. The incident has raised questions about the event's water policy and medical assistance. Jeniene Machado, in a statement to Folha de São Paulo, expressed his heartbreak and confusion. "I lost my only daughter, a happy and intelligent girl. She left home to fulfill a dream and came back dead." He is particularly concerned about reports suggesting fans were barred from bringing water into the venue amidst extreme heat. Swift, devastated by the news, postponed her Saturday show due to the heat. On social media, she shared her deep sorrow and inability to discuss the tragedy from the stage. During the Friday concert, Swift had paused to ensure fans received water, highlighting the dire conditions. The event organizer, Time for Fun, confirmed the rescheduling of the show to Monday. They acknowledged Benavides Machado's distress at the venue and her subsequent hospital transfer, where she sadly passed away. This heartbreaking event has sparked a conversation about concert safety and regulations, as fans and celebrities alike mourn the loss. News 3. David McLaren, a passionate social activist and a beacon of hope in his community, passed away peacefully at age 76 on November 18th. A respected member of the Bruce Gray Owen Sound NDP Executive Committee, former federal NDP candidate, and a familiar voice on CFOS, McLaren dedicated his life to advocating for causes close to his heart, including Indigenous land and water rights. Michael McLuhan, president of the NDP Riding Association, remembered him as a person of dignity, humor, and deep compassion. He was a loving father, grandfather, and great-grandfather, a devoted husband to Lenore Kishig for 35 years, and a committed community member, McLuhan said. His fierce advocacy for the voiceless and intolerance for injustice will leave a profound void. Honored as the Activist of the Year by the Grey Bruce Labour Council, McLaren tirelessly worked to highlight homelessness and income inequality in Grey and Bruce counties. He strongly believed in the power of a decent living wage to combat poverty. News 4. In a devastating aviation accident, a MasterChef cameraman and a pilot are feared dead after two jets collided midair near Melbourne, Australia. The collision, involving two Viper S-211 Marchetti jets, occurred over Port Phillip Bay on Sunday, November 19th. James Rose, a 30-year-old cameraman, was reportedly filming for a new TV project aboard one of the aircraft. The other individual presumed lost in the tragedy is Stephen Gale, an experienced former Royal Australian Air Force engineer and the owner of Jetworks Aviation, which operated the jets. Authorities resumed an extensive search on Monday, deploying 3 helicopters from the Australian Maritime Safety Authority and the Victoria Police Air Wing. Reports indicate that the jets were flying in formation approximately 7.4 miles west of Mornington when they collided. Following the mid-air impact, the jet carrying Rose and Gale crashed into the water, while the second aircraft managed to return safely to Essendon Airport. The surviving pilot immediately radioed a distress call stating, "Viper 1, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday." The community reels from this tragic event, awaiting further updates from the ongoing search and rescue efforts. News 5. President Joe Biden, celebrating his 81st birthday, is facing scrutiny over his age as he prepares for a challenging election year. Amidst muted family festivities, concerns about his physical and mental fitness have become a focal point in public discourse. Recently, Biden mixed up pop stars Britney Spears and Taylor Swift, adding fuel to ongoing debates about his capability to lead. Despite the White House's efforts to showcase his vigor, including biking and using orthotics for a stiff gait, Biden's age remains a key issue among voters and critics. His humorous remarks about his age at public events like the turkey pardon contrast with his assertion of experience equating to wisdom. As the oldest president in U.S. history, Biden's potential 2024 candidacy continues to spark discussions on age and leadership in American politics. News 6. A tornado watch has been issued for Polk, San Jacinto, Walker, and Liberty counties in Texas, effective as a strong cold front brings the risk of severe storms across East Texas and the Deep South. This severe weather alert underscores the start of the fall-winter severe weather season in the region. Areas north and east of Houston are particularly at risk, although any location within the alert zone could experience potent storms. The Storm Prediction Center has classified much of southeast Texas under a level 1 out of 5 severe threat, with specific counties like Grimes, Walker, Polk, San Jacinto, and northern Montgomery facing a heightened level 2 threat. Key concerns include wind damage, the possibility of fast-moving tornadoes, and large hail. The time frame for these storms is from late morning until 6 p.m., after which the severe weather is expected to shift eastward. A significant tornado threat looms across extreme East Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, which are under a more severe level 3 threat with potential for long-track and violent tornadoes. Post-storm, Tuesday is set to be windy and colder, with wind gusts reaching 30 to 40 miles per hour in some areas. Travel disruptions along the East Coast are anticipated on Tuesday due to this storm system, urging travelers, especially air travelers, to plan accordingly. Number 1. Paul Watson, a visionary documentarian and storyteller. Paul Watson, a distinguished British documentary filmmaker, passed away on November 18th at the age of 81, after living with dementia. Born on the 17th of February 1942 in Paddington, London, Watson grew up in Wood Green before his family's move to Bolton, Lancashire. His academic journey began at Altrincham Grammar School in Cheshire and led him to the Manchester Regional College of Art, culminating in his studies at the Royal College of Art in London from 1963 to 1966. Watson's career with the BBC started in the mid-1960s, where he first worked as a researcher for Wicker's World. His talent quickly paved the way for his documentary series A Year in the Life and various singles for the Tuesdays documentary strand. In 1974, he created The Family, one of his most renowned programs, setting a precedent for documentary filmmaking. Watson's career spanned multiple decades in organizations. After leaving the BBC in 1994, he joined Granada TV, creating impactful works for the cutting-edge strand. His profound documentaries included Malcolm and Barbara, A Love Story, a moving portrayal of Alzheimer's disease. In 2002, Watson founded Priory Pictures, through which he produced the acclaimed film Rain in My Heart. He continued to contribute to the arts, including directing radio plays for BBC Radio 4 between 2009 and 2010. Watson's legacy in documentary filmmaking is marked by his empathetic and insightful storytelling, bringing light to important social issues and human experiences. His work not only captivated audiences, but also influenced the direction of documentary filmmaking. Tribute to Paul Watson.